Today in Crazy Math 720 channel, we are going to discuss about the formulation of LPP. In this video, I am going to explain in English, and those of you who want the Tamil explanation can see the link in the description box. Otherwise, you can see the link popping up on the screen on top right side corner. It will pop up. You can use that link also. In this video, we are going to solve two maximization sums with two constraints, one minimization sum with two constraints, and one maximization problem with three constraints. I have chosen this furniture dealer problem now, and the reason for why I have chosen this problem in the very beginning is because this will give you a very clear picture of how to formulate the LPP, and once you understand this, you will be able to solve, or you can formulate any kind of LPP, be it a minimization or a maximization problem, or it can be a problem with two variables, three variables, or two constraints, or three constraints. Now, most of us find this word problem very difficult. So what my suggestion is to convert this word problem into a tabular column. That is, you take all the details from the word problem and put it in the tabular column so that your work is made very simple. Now the problem goes like this. A furniture dealer deals in only two items, tables and chairs. He has rupees 5,000 to invest and a space to store at most 60 pieces. That is maximum 60 pieces. A table costs him rupees 250 and a chair costs him rupees 50. He can sell a table at a profit of rupees 50 and a chair at a profit of rupees 15. Assuming that he can sell all the items that he buys, prepare a mathematical model of the problem stated above. So you must understand three things in this. That is, whether it is a maximization problem or a minimization problem, how many variables are there, thirdly, how many constraints are there. So before moving into the tabular column, let us assume that the number of tables made by the dealer is X and the number of chairs made by the dealer is Y, because we are going to find out how many tables and how many chairs the furniture dealer has to make so that he can maximize his profit. So I am preparing the tabular column now. I've written items, number, cost, price and profit. So what are the items we are going to deal with? Tables and chairs. And we have assumed that the dealer is making X tables and Y chairs. So I am writing X and Y here. The cost price of each table is given to be 250, so I write 250 here. And the cost price of each chair is 50, so I write 50 here. Then the profit of each table is 50 rupees and the profit of each chair is 15 rupees. So I have written all this here. And then two most important things you have to note down from the problem is the furniture dealer has only 5,000 rupees to invest. So the cost price of one table is 250, and if I make X tables, the cost price is 250 into X. The cost price of each chair is 50, and if I make Y chairs, then the cost price is 50Y. So the total should not exceed 5,000 rupees because I have only 5,000 rupees. So I write less than or equal to 5,000. And the second line he says he has space to store a maximum of 60 pieces only. So the total number of chairs and tables X plus Y should be less than or equal to 60. So that is why I write less than or equal to 60 here, less than or equal to 5,000 here. So once again I explain the table. It is two items, tables and chairs. The number of tables is X, number of chairs is going to be Y. The cost price of each table is 250 and each chair is 50 rupees. The profit of each table is 50 and the profit of each chair is 50. The total number of tables and chairs should not exceed 60 because I have space to store only 60 pieces. So I write less than or equal to 60. And I have only 5,000 rupees to invest. So I will write less than or equal to 5,000 rupees here. Now I have written the tabular column this way. That is, I have taken the tables and chairs in the column, the number, cost, price and profit in the row, and I have prepared the tabular column. In case anybody wants to write it like this, only this comes to your mind when you read the question, then there is nothing wrong in writing like this. Your LPP will be correct provided you fill the details properly in the tabular column. That is, you can take the tables and chairs this way number, cost price and profit in the column. So now I am writing the number of tables as X, number of chairs as Y. The cost price of each table as 250 rupees, the cost price of each chair as 50 rupees, and the profit of each table as 50, and the profit of each chair is 15. So I have written all this, and the number of tables and chairs should not exceed 60. So I write less than or equal to 60 here, and the cost price should not exceed 5,000 rupees. So I write rupees 5,000 here. So this is not wrong. You can even write it like this, and whichever comes to your mind you can write it, provided you fill in the details properly so that your LPP does not go wrong. So I have considered the first table here, and I'm coming to the profit. I've written maximize because we are going to maximize the profit. Now formulating of LPP, each table gives me a profit of 50 rupees, and I am preparing X tables, and the total profit for tables is 50 into X. And I am going to prepare Y chairs, and each chair gives me a profit of 15 rupees. So the total profit for chairs is 15 into Y. So on the whole, I get a profit of 50X plus 15Y. That is what I've written here, 50X plus 15Y. And I'm going to maximize my profit. So maximum Z is equal to 50X plus 15Y, subject to the two constraints. The first constraint is X plus Y less than or equal to 60. It comes in the line. It is very easy when you write the tabular column. So X plus Y is less than or equal to 60. That is, total number of tables plus total number of chairs should not exceed 60. So X plus Y is less than or equal to 60. Now coming to the cost price, one table costs me 250 rupees. I am preparing X tables. So the total cost is 250 into X. The cost of one chair is 50 rupees, and I am preparing Y chairs, and the total cost price of chairs is 50 into Y. So on the whole, the cost price is 250 into X plus 50 into Y, which should not exceed 5,000 rupees because I have only 5,000 rupees in hand. So 250X plus 50Y is less than or equal to 5,000. And then X and Y should be greater than or equal to 0 because I cannot prepare negative number of tables or chairs. Can I prepare minus 10 tables? Can I prepare minus 8 chairs? No, not possible. So the X and Y should always be greater than or equal to 0. So I write XY greater than or equal to 0 here. Now, if anybody writes the tabular column like this, that is tables and chairs this way and number, cost price and profit this way, as we already discussed, then also you will not get the LPP wrong because you are going to write this less than or equal to 60 here, less than or equal to 5,000 here. And so the equation will be X plus Y less than or equal to 60, 250 into X plus 50 into Y less than or equal to 5,000, and your maximization maximum Z is equal to 50 into X plus 15 into Y. So you will not go wrong when you write your LPP, but keep in mind that you fill the details from the word problem properly in the tabular column. So now this is the LPP we got, and this maximum Z is equal to 50X plus 15Y is our objective function, and these two are the constraints, and X and Y in the LPP is nothing but our decision variables. Now coming to the second problem, a dealer wishes to purchase number of fans and sewing machines. He has only rupees 5,760 to invest and has space at most for 20 items. A fan costs him rupees 360 and a sewing machine rupees 240. His expectation is that he can sell a fan at a profit of rupees 22 and a sewing machine at a profit of rupees 18. Assuming that he can sell all the items that he can buy, how should he invest his money in order to maximize his profit? Formulate this problem as a linear programming problem. Okay. So we have to find out how many fans and how many sewing machines the dealer should purchase to make a maximum profit. Okay. So there are only two items, fans and sewing machines, and so there are only two variables in the LPP. And now I am going to put all the details given in this word problem in the tabular column. So I am going to start with the items, fans and sewing machines. The number of fans, I am going to assume it to be X. The number of sewing machines, I am going to assume it to be Y. So I write X and Y here. Each fan is 360. The cost price of each sewing machine is 240. So I write 360 and 240 rupees here. The maximum profit is going to be here. So the profit per fan is rupees 22. Profit per sewing machine is going to be 18 rupees. So I write 22 and 18 and I write maximum here because we are going to maximize this profit here. And then the two most important things we have to note down from the question is the person has only rupees 5,760 to invest. So I should write less than or equal to 5,760 here. Each fan costs 360 rupees, each sewing machine costs 240 rupees. But still, since I have only 5,760, accordingly I have to plan. So I will write less than or equal to 5,760 here. And I have space only to store 20 items, maximum 20 items. So number of fans plus number of sewing machines, that is x plus y, should be less than or equal to 20. So I write this here. So as we discussed in the earlier problem, we can write the tabular column in any way, either this way, the first one, or the second one. So here I have taken fans and sewing machines in the first column, number, cost, price and profit like this. But there is another way of writing the tabular column, that is I will take the fans and sewing machines this way, number, cost, price and profit this way. So the number of fans x, number of sewing machines y, and total number of items should not exceed 20. So I write less than or equal to 20 here. Then the cost price of each fan is 360 rupees and the cost price of each sewing machine is 240 rupees. So this should not exceed 5,760 because I have only rupees 5,760 in hand to invest. So I write this. And here I write the word maximum because we are going to deal with the profit and I have to maximize the profit. So I write maximum here. And 22 rupees profit per fan, 18 rupees profit per sewing machine. So I write it here. So whichever comes to your mind, either this way or this way, both are right, and you will get the right LPP. The formulated LPP will be definitely right if you write the values properly. I have now considered the first table like this, and now I am going to formulate the LPP. So each fan gives me a profit of 22. So the total profit for fans is 22 into X. And each sewing machine gives me a profit of 18 rupees and the total profit for sewing machines will be 18Y. So on the whole, the profit is 22 into X plus 18 into Y, and that has to be maximized. So I write maximum Z is equal to 22X plus 18Y. And coming to the first constraint, I have space to store only 20 items. So the total will be X plus Y is less than or equal to 20. And each fan costs 360 rupees. So the total cost of fans will be 360 into X. Each sewing machine costs 240 rupees for me. And the total cost price of sewing machines will be 240 into Y. So the total on the whole, the cost price will be 360 into X plus 250 into Y. So 360X plus 240Y is less than or equal to 5,760. I repeat this constraint. The cost price of one fan is 360 rupees. So I prepare or I buy X fans. So the total cost price will be 360 into X. The cost price of each sewing machine is 240. I am going to buy Y sewing machines and the total cost price will be 240 into Y. So 360 into X plus 240 into Y is less than or equal to 5,760, and I cannot buy negative number of fans or negative number of sewing machines. Can I buy minus 15 fans? Not possible. So X and Y should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now coming to the third problem, a dietitian wishes to mix two types of food in such a way that the vitamin contents of the mixture contains at least 8 units of vitamin A and 10 units of vitamin B. Food 1 contains 2 units per kg of vitamin A and 1 unit per kg of vitamin B, while the food 2 contains 1 unit per kg of vitamin A and 2 units per kg of vitamin B. It costs rupees 5 per kg to purchase food 1 and rupees 8 per kg to purchase food 2. Prepare a mathematical model of the problem stated above. Okay, now we are dealing with two food products. One is food 1 and the other one is food 2. So we have two variables in the LPP. And then vitamin A and vitamin B is given. Okay, and then the cost price of the food 1 and food 2 is given. Now, since the cost price is given, we are trying to minimize the cost price because only when we minimize the cost price, the profit will be more. Okay, so we are going to first convert the given details in the word problem to a tabular column first. Okay, because it will be very simple when you convert it into a tabular column and then formulate. Okay, so I have taken the items food 1 and food 2. The units prepared are taken to be x and y. That is, I assume that x units of food 1 is prepared and y units of food 2 is prepared. And then the vitamin A and vitamin B. It is given that food 1 contains 2 units of vitamin A and 1 unit of vitamin B. So I write 2 and 1. And it is also given that food 2 contains 1 unit of vitamin A and 2 units of vitamin B. So I write 2 and 1 here. And two most important things we have to notice is that the mixture contains at least 8 units of vitamin A. So under vitamin A, I write greater than or equal to 8 because at least 8 means it can be more than that also. So greater than or equal to 8. And then the next one is greater than or equal to 10 because at least 10 units of vitamin B is required. So greater than or equal to 10. So I've prepared the tabular column now. So you can write the tabular column in two ways. One is this way, that is food 1 and food 2 like this, units vitamin A and vitamin B this way. Or you can write units vitamin A, vitamin B this way and food 1, food 2 like this. Okay. So your LPP will be right provided you write the details properly. Okay. So the units X and Y I write here. Vitamin A is 2 and 1. Vitamin B is 1 and 2. The cost price is given to be 5 and 8. I write it minimum because we are going to minimize the cost price. So vitamin A should be greater than or equal to 8. So I write greater than or equal to 8. Vitamin B should be greater than or equal to 10. So I write greater than or equal to 10 here. Now we are going to write the LPP. So it is the cost price which is going to be minimized. Okay. And the cost price of food 1 is 5 rupees. So if I prepare X units, it is 5X rupees in total. And the cost price of food 2 is 8 rupees. And if I am going to prepare Y units, the cost is 8Y rupees. So the total is 5X plus 8Y, which is going to be minimized. Subject to two constraints. One is 2 into x plus 1 into y greater than or equal to 8. 1 into x plus 2 into y is greater than or equal to 10. And as we know that xy is greater than or equal to 0 because I cannot prepare negative number of units food 1, negative number of units food 2. So it is always xy greater than or equal to 0. Coming to our last problem, a person requires at least 10, 12, 12 units of chemicals A, B, C respectively for his garden. A liquid product contains 5 to 1 units of A, B, C respectively per jar. A dry product contains 1 to 4 units of A, B and C per carton. The liquid product sells for rupees 3 per jar and dry product sells for rupees 2 per carton. Formulate the above problem. Now in this problem, the moment you see A, B, C, immediately you will think that there are 3 variables. No, there are not 3 variables. There are only 2 variables. Only the constraints are 3. Okay. Now how do you know this? Come to the last line. The liquid product sells for rupees 3 per jar and dry product sells for rupees 2 per carton, which says that there are only 2 products. Okay, so we are going to assume that X units of liquid product is prepared and Y units of dry product is being prepared. So first I will transfer all the details to the tabular column. So I'm going to write the items in the column liquid product and dry product, the number of units, the vitamin A content in that, vitamin B content, vitamin C content and the selling price which is given there. So X and Y are the number of units of liquid and dry product to be prepared. Then the vitamin A, so come to the second line, a liquid product contains 5, 2 and 1 units of ABC. So I put it in the right place here, liquid product 5, 2, 1 in the tabular column. The dry product contains 1, 2, 4 units of ABC per carton. So I write it here 1, 2 and 4 units in the right places. Okay, and then a person requires at least 10 units of A. So under this A, I put greater than or equal to 10, at least 10, which means 10, 11, 12, more than that, more than 10. So I am putting greater than or equal to 10. Now 12 units, at least 12 units of B. So I put greater than or equal to 12. And then at least 12 units of C. So I put greater than or equal to 12 here. and the selling price of the product, liquid product and the dry product, is written here 3 and 2. So once you put the values in the tabular column, then your work is very simple. And as I already told you, don't fix your mind that you have to write the tabular column in the way I have done. In case you want to write it like this, that is the units, vitamin A, vitamin B, C, selling price, all that comes in the first column, liquid product and dry product in the row. Then also there is absolutely no problem and your LPP will be correct. Okay, so you can fill the values either this way or this way. Now I have considered the first tabular column. Since the selling price is given, I have to maximize the selling price to get more profit. Okay, so the liquid product sells for rupees 3 per unit. I am preparing X units. So the total selling price of the liquid product would be 3 into X. And the dry product sells for 2 rupees and per unit, and the total selling price will be 2 into Y. So I am going to maximize the selling price, which is 3x plus 2y. So maximum z is equal to 3x plus 2y, and 5x plus 1y is greater than or equal to 10. 2 into x plus 2 into y is greater than or equal to 12. 1 into x plus 4 into y is greater than or equal to 12. And x comma y should be greater than or equal to 0, because I cannot prepare negative number of negative units liquid product, negative units dry product. So this LPP has 3 constraints and 2 variables. And if in case you take the second tabular column, then again your LPP is going to be right only. So don't worry about that. So now it comes as 5x plus 1y greater than or equal to 10, 2x plus 2y greater than or equal to 12, 1x plus 4y greater than or equal to 12. And what is going to be maximized is the selling price, which is maximum z is equal to 3 into x plus 2 into y, subject to these constraints. Solution to these LPPs will be discussed in my next video.